y'all doing?
How y'all doing? It's been a minute.
Minute.
Now we're back. Hey,
Whole
Tasha.
minute. Hey, Bina.
How are you?
The old folks used to say, I'm fed a middling. No, I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain one bit. November was quite a month.
Mhm.
I am definitely blessed. I did have a 2-week COVID-19 illness. But I definitely was blessed. I did not experience a lot of the severe symptoms, no loss of taste or smell, just the runs
Ew.
and a little cough and fever.
Mhm.
But I ain't had no thermometer, so I ain't know I really had fever.
Why don't you have a thermometer? If
I
you're
have one.
just finding us, this is the Anomalous Black Women Podcast. I'm Bina. That's
And I'm
Tasha.
Tasha.
And she got the runs. She had the runs. As y'all heard, welcome to the Anomalous Black Women Podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything. So Mama made me get one. So I ordered one. So toward the end, I was checking it. But I'm pretty sure the week before is when I actually had
Yeah.
fever. So it was low grade by then. But I'm all good. I'm negative as for my last test Saturday morning. And yeah, so all is well. Looking
Yeah.
forward to December.
We want to acknowledge the celebrations in the month of November and December since we weren't with you guys in November.
Yeah.
Birthdays, anniversaries, any milestone, graduation, business opening, certifications, divorce parties, whatever it is, we want to acknowledge your celebration if it happened in November or if it's going to happen this month. We hope you have an anomalous celebration.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, anniversary, all the happies and congratulations that I can muster up.
Right.
Well deserved. And so December came fast.
It did.
It was kind of like a fast and slow this year.
Mm-hmm.
So much happening, but yet because we were quarantined and staying inside, that was the slow part. But the fast part was just seeing everything that was going on this year.
Yeah.
So, but the month of December has quite a few things to celebrate. And, we like to highlight some of the fun things.
Yep.
December, we have Hand Washing Awareness Month. And by this month, you all should be very well versed in hand washing. We also have Read a New Book Month. And so this month, Bina and I will be starting President Barack Obama's new book. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
How many pages is it?
755, something like that.
Yeah, we're going to have to break that down in quarters. Oh, President Obama, you was writing, bruh. You was writing. Okay. We have Universal Human Rights Month.
Nice.
December 7th, as military veterans, we want to acknowledge National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day.
Yes.
December 10th is the actual Human Rights Day.
Mm-hmm.
December 13th, grab you a hot mug of cocoa. Cocoa. You got to say it like that. You got to say cocoa.
It's National Cocoa Day.
National Cocoa Day. Okay. December 26th, National Winers Day. But not that wine.
Not the wine that you drink. the whining.
Whining. That's what it should be.
Yeah,
National Whining Day.
and the whining that y'all do when you don't get the present that you wanted on December 25th. December 26th is the day that you can whine about it. Get it all out, whiners. That is your day.
Oh man, I got a story for that. But we're not gonna tell it right now. December 26th begins Kwanzaa celebration. And I'm excited about Kwanzaa. Can't wait. And finally, on December 31st, you've had all year. But today, December 31st, that day, you will make up your mind day. Okay? You better get it together because what are we talking about today? You only have 24 hours.
The topic of the day is Vision 2021.
Make up your mind.
For the day, a goal properly set is halfway reached, and that's by Zig Ziglar.
Yes, it is.
People with goals succeed because they know where they are going, by Earl Nightingale. That's deep.
It is. That.
How can you be successful if you don't know where you're going?
You wander and go in circles. Stay in one spot.
Yep.
Because you don't know where to go.
So what are we going to dive into when we talk about Vision 2021? We're going to talk about goals.
We're definitely going to talk about goals. And I mean, everybody has different goals, you know, depending on where you are in life, what your dreams are. Your goal could be something tangible, intangible. It could be family related. It could be a personal goal. It could be all of the above. I'm just throwing things out there. A goal is something that you set for yourself to achieve, but you must put in work because you can't achieve that goal without action, right?
Faith without works is dead.
That is true. So, what's a good way to set your goals so that you may meet them?
The first thing you need to do is write down your goals so you can have a visual representation of that goal. That makes it tangible. If it's something that's intangible, writing it down makes it tangible. It makes it visual. Anything that you put in your mind starts thinking about that.
And when you
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know, when you see your goals written, then it's something that kind of like when we just read that quote, you begin to connect with that. And that helps you, you know, when you, well, they say, you know, you should say your goals each morning, at least twice. But, you know, when you see it, it becomes something that you believe that you can achieve and you start your day with it. So that is something you pursue. And it comes to you throughout the day if you start your day with it, kind of reminding you. So if you are in a situation that might prevent you from getting closer to that goal, sometimes that allows you to kind of take a step back to prevent, you know, some things. Some of us are hot headed. I know I can be. So what else? What we
got? A lot of people don't have a clear focus. They haven't set goals. They haven't written down goals. It's nothing that's important to them. They get distracted rather than being clear and focused on their goal to be able to achieve it.
Yeah. I get distracted a lot.
I do too. You know, I get distracted a lot. But I whenever I do decide to write down what my goals are, at least, for the day,
Mm-hmm.
I actually do them because I check them off.
Right.
But if I'm going aimlessly throughout the day, I don't get everything that I want done because I get distracted. Some over here happening, some over here happening. Somebody need me here. Somebody need, all this stuff going on. So I can attest to writing down, and a goal does not have to be something long term.
Right.
It could just be something that you want to do for the day.
Yep. Write
But
it down does help. And if you're not a write down person, smartphones are, they're smart. You can put your task reminders in there to set you alarms. And that is very helpful, especially if you have a time constraint. Like
right.
you need to get something done within a specific time or before a specific time. Having the ability to kind of set those timers for yourself definitely keeps you on task. Absolutely, I've used them, and again, when you prioritize those tasks or goals for the day, you should prioritize the most important to the least important, and you work them as such. Yeah. So if you are a person that is unable to successfully allot ample time to particular things, the most important thing versus the least important thing, if you're one of those people that will spend more time on the least important thing and not the very number one priority, then of course you're not going to meet that number one priority goal. So having that timer for me keeps me on point, because I get lost sometimes. Get good to me. All right. So I want to throw another quote in there from a good old Abe Lincoln, but right. But the quote is still a very good quote. The best way to predict the future is to create it. And in order for you to create it, you have to, first you have to think it and figure out how you're going to do it. And that is basically a goal.
Yeah. And you got to be flexible about how you will reach that goal, because everything that you try will not work. The destination is the destination, but you may have to go around, detour to get to the destination. But be flexible in your methods, but keep your eye on the prize, whatever your goal is.
Absolutely. I think I think we kind of really, it helps you be clear on what you want. It helps you stay motivated if you see it.
Right. You have a productive day.
Right. It helps you narrow your focus, and that's the timer for me. Because I definitely, what is it? It's my ADHD. I don't like titles and stuff, so I don't really take them when they tell me stuff. But I am that person that jump from we'll have 25 different things going on, and
you ought to see my MacBook with all these tabs open.
Right. And that's the brain. That's how our brains are. How many tabs? Why? Why do I do this to myself?
And why do I have all of these different browsers and they all have tabs open? So I got Chrome, I got Safari, I got Firefox, I got Opera, I got all of them, and they are all open and they all have tabs. Why?
Oh man, because you are my sister and we are like, because mine looks like that right now as well.
Child.
But also, even the little things you should celebrate. So
Mhm.
being able to see that you completed your goals for the day.
Mhm.
If this is the first time that you set goals for the day and you
Mhm.
achieve them, celebrate that.
Yeah.
Celebrate that. Especially if it's a first, you know, um, pat yourself on the back and say, I did it, which means I can do it again.
Mhm.
And that begins to set a pattern.
Yep.
And then once you have that pattern, it becomes habit. And then it becomes a way of life.
Mhm.
So um that is something, and definitely I'm getting better at it. So it is becoming a habit.
Mhm.
We're not quite at a way of life yet, but we're gonna get there.
Right.
All the work in progress.
Man, look, we not judging. We just
No.
saying this what should happen. We not doing it completely. So we talking to ourselves basically.
Yes. A lot of our podcasts are for us too.
Mhm.
Um and that's what I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to we're authentically us. And
Mhm.
so if we can't be real with our audience, with each other, with ourselves, then what's the point?
Right.
What's the point? So what happens if you don't feel like you've made any progress? What would you suggest? Or what do you
Um,
do when you feel like you didn't get done with what you needed to get done?
I the next day I write the list down of stuff like you just said, and what is the importance, and I make sure that I get that stuff done because I'll be aimless throughout the day. I'll be doing 500 things and not getting anything complete. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um, so I if it's something that I know I need to do, I got a board up here on my wall for orders and stuff. But if it's a task, I write the stuff down that I know I got to do, and then I check it off. Because if I don't, nothing is gonna get done. I won't achieve anything for that day.
I do want to add something though. It's something that you don't think about when you think about your goals or my goals. And that's in leadership we call it delegation.
Mhm.
But sometimes your goals aren't exactly something you can do by yourself. And
Mhm.
so we as people, especially independent people, um, we need to be okay with saying, hey, I need help,
Mhm.
or understanding that you won't be able to do this all by yourself. And so
Right.
you may need to solicit someone else to do that particular thing so that you can meet that goal, because it might be a piece to a bigger goal, you know?
Mhm.
So understanding that you alone can't get where you want to go. Girl, you alone can't do it by yourself all the time. You're going to need some help. So
Mhm.
you have to learn how to ask for help and understand that that's not a weakness. That's not,
Right.
it's not a weakness. Actually, I consider that a strength.
It's definitely a strength. You know, Brene. You know who Brene Brown is?
Yes.
Okay. Brene Brown said that basically, I'm paraphrasing, but when you can't be vulnerable to ask someone for help, um, that's you judging people that need help.
Hey.
So you see asking for help as a sign of weakness. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So if you see that as a sign of weakness, that means the people that you help, you see that as a weakness in them.
Wow. I agree. I agree. That's good.
Hmm. If
Okay.
you if you can't be vulnerable enough to ask for help, then you see asking for help as a weakness. And even if you out here doing stuff for people in your back of your head, you see asking for help as a weakness. You can't be vulnerable enough to ask for help. You see that as a weakness.
Let that marinate.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needed to hear that.
Yep.
Somebody needed to hear that.
Wow.
That really took me somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, in conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
we'd say writing down your goals um, helps you to, number one, describe your goals in detail,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that it's it's ingrained, and not only mentally but emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
um, to help you achieve that goal. Because if you've set that goal, it's obviously important to you, right? If that's on your list of this is something I want to do, something I want to accomplish, then it is important to you. And
Right.
so you have to be one with your goal.
Right. Right.
You gotta
That-
be one with your goal.
And being
Um,
able to write down your goals and focus on the goal, like you said, is an achievement. Pat yourself on the
yeah.
back
Hey,
because it's linked to success. So
absolutely.
you
And it
gotta.
forces you to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Clear. Absolutely. So
And you know what we say, smart. It's got to be smart,
smart
specific,
goals.
measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that a lot of that came from an article by Mark Petit. He's a small business coach to business owners who want to simplify their time, energy, and focus so they can multiply their freedom, impact, and results. So look him up. That's Mark. And the last name is Petit. I might be saying it wrong, but
Might be
uh,
added.
it might be Pettit. It's Pettit. And that was from an article published on May 4th, 2020. So that kind of leads us the SMART goals. The SMART goals is something that we base our organization's education on.
Mm-hmm.
We teach that in our organization, Alpha Gamma Xi, which is a military sorority that Bina and I are both members of. And go ahead, Bina.
So we wanna do a small dedication to our soror, Tara Chase, better known as Tara Allen. Um, she unexpectedly passed away this past, what was that, Thursday? Friday? Thursday.
First,
Um, she was the best of us. She was, um, she didn't know a stranger. Her smile would light up a room.
contagious, infectious.
Like I said, she was the best of us. It's a big loss for our organization. It's a big loss for me. And like I said on my Facebook, we had just started becoming close.
Mhm.
And I knew that she would be a lifelong friend. You know, me and Ari was talking about that. Like, we just started being close and talking and all of that. But I'm thankful for the time that we had together. It still does not seem real.
Right. Because, I mean, you just saw her,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking forward to seeing her in 2 weeks. So, and we're going to go, you know, to that location, and it's going to be unreal for all of us because she's supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we are going to honor her, and we're going to continue to honor her because she was the life.
She brought so much joy.
And not only to our organization, but there are a lot of the other military fraternities and sororities that she's encountered, and they all, are in disbelief because she was such a joy to be around.
And she was a nurse. And
Yes.
I believe she volunteered to go to New York, right?
I don't know about that.
I think she did.
So just wanted to honor our soror, our sister, for a moment. Army veteran.
Please say a prayer for her family. She has 2 sons.
2 young boys. Yep.
Yep, 2
Her
boys.
mother and
Yep.
family.
Please say a prayer for her family that they get through this big, huge loss. That took the breath out.
Yeah. Rest well, Sora. Rest well. And job well done.
Well done.
So, Anomalies, hug your loved ones because you don't know. You just don't know.
You just don't know.
If someone comes to your mind, reach out to them because you just don't know.
You just don't know.
So, as we close,
Right.
go ahead.
As we close, please squash any beef that you have with someone. Make that a goal. I'm not saying bring negative energy into your life, but I'm saying people that are important to you and you have some issues going on with them, squash it. It's not worth it.
It's not. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I think we can end on that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry we got solemn at the end, but we had to honor our sister that we love really. Thank you for listening, Anomalies.
And stay tuned. Stay tuned for the third Monday of December. We'll be talking about reflections of 2020.
Yes.
We did visions today of 21. We're going to talk reflections of 2020. The third Thursday.
The third Monday.
Third Monday. Forget the Anomalies. The third Monday of the month. So check us out on Anchor, our home host, and all the other Spotify's and Google's and Apple and all those good folks, and our YouTube page as well, Anomalous Black Women on YouTube. And you can catch the long video version if you want to see our beautiful smiling faces and get to know us and what we look like. We're on YouTube too. And check us out. Follow us on Instagram at ABW Podcast. Nope, it's Anomalous Black Women. It is ABW Podcast.
It's Anomalous Black Women, I think.
I'm old. Okay. And on Facebook, of course, Anomalous Black Women Podcast. All right. Y'all check us out. Subscribe while you're there so you can get all of our notifications. And we look forward to interacting with you all. If you want to be a host, join us, come on the show, talk to us. Please send us a message. We'd love to have you. Yeah. If you want to host, we'll let you host too. It's not a problem.
Anybody want to take Anomalous Black Women Podcast, let us know.
Absolutely. All right. Y'all be good. Peace and love.
Write down your goals. Talk to you later.